welcome back in the kitchen with Kelly and Emily. We are here today with our chairman, Clay Miller. Welcome to the kitchen, Clay.
First timer.
You're going to love it. We're here to talk about Convention 2025 happening this June in Puerto Rico. All the details. I know. Kelly and I are very excited about it. Per the usual in the kitchen, we are going to start with a signature cocktail, and Clay is going to walk us through that.
It's the first time for this as well, so bear with me. But while I do it, I'm going to tell a little story about this drink. I think it's called a Dark and Stormy, but it's really a twist on Moscow Mule. So we've got our most recent Fred Springer Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Dennis Cannell. That's probably going to be mine. That was a little much.
We trained him up on the measuring with love, and he's really going all in.
The ice makes it look bigger.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's
It's fine.
We never divulge what time we shoot these videos.
Exactly.
So Dennis Cannell always, for dozens of years, made us drink these gimlets, and he said it was the best drink ever. Sorry, Dennis, it's really not the best drink ever, because our friend Mario Somoza from Puerto Rico, one of the reasons we're going back to see him and his family, he has a drink that he introduced us to, which is the Moscow Mule, the vodka version. And so in honor of Mario and Puerto Rico, we're going to switch from the gimlet and go to the Dark and Stormy and enjoy this nice Puerto Rican Moscow Mule version called the Dark and Stormy.
It will be the only thing dark and stormy at convention.
Exactly. Exactly. And the rum is actually, we got that on your site visit.
Yeah.
So it's from Barrilito, which
Barrilito. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
To BEMA in Puerto Rico.
Here we go.
Convention
Cheers.
2025.
Countdown's on.
It sure is.
Thank you, Mario. Sorry, Dennis. But congratulations
Mario.
to the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes, congrats, Dennis.
Congratulations.
Looking forward to toasting you
Wow.
in a month. This is yummy.
This is good.
I did it.
Nice work, Mr.
We do have some inside background help, so he trained me up a little bit.
Okay.
Guy with skills.
Okay.
You guys might know him.
So what we're going to do on this episode of In the Kitchen is really walk you through the convention agenda, talk about each event, give some shout outs to sponsors, and we might even give you some ideas on what to wear. As we know, it's what people really watch this for before convention, is to know what to wear.
Exactly.
Before we dig into that, do you want to talk about the treat we're making this time? And then we'll get it all going. We'll get everything going at the same time.
Okay, so for some reason, I chose to try and make flan for In the Kitchen this episode.
That's okay.
And flan is, it's simple, but it's also not simple, if that makes sense. Like, it's very simple ingredients.
Simple presentation. But you can mess it up real quickly. There are a lot of things that can go wrong in making flan. So I have made this 3 or 4 times just in preparation for this recording today. Okay.
But the first step is you have to make the caramel.
Okay.
Which is when you turn the flan over at the end, that's what ends up being on top.
Nice.
And all it is sugar and water.
Okay.
And you boil it until it gets to a certain temperature. And then you pour it in the pan and it hardens. And then you bake the custard on top of it.
Okay.
So we're going to start at the stove over here making our sugar mixture.
So boil the water, then pour the sugar in.
Right. So we're going to turn the oven on, or the stove on like medium high, because you want it to simmer quickly.
Okay.
You pour 1/4 cup of water into the pan, which doesn't look like a lot, but it works. And then not too long after that, you take a cup of sugar and you pour it directly into the center of the pan. Mainly just because you don't want to get a bunch of sugar around the outside of your pan, because what I've learned is that this stuff sticks like glue. It's like a mess when it hardens. So now what you want to do is take the wooden spoon and just gradually start to dissolve the sugar into the water mixture.
Okay, I'm on it.
On it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, while you do that, do you want to hit the agenda before I do the custard?
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's get started.
We'll have a breaking point at some time.
Okay.
So, Clay, start us off. BEMA
All right.
golf tournament.
Just to clarify, that's the only simple part of this whole thing is dump the water in, dump the sugar in. That's where I'm out. Everybody always says it's simple. It's never simple.
So easy.
All right. So the golf tournament, the BEMA Cup, is going to be at the Grand Reserve Golf Course. So this is a cool Tom Kite golf course. It's had the Puerto Rican Open Lots of championship golf have been played there. I don't know that we're going to consider BEMA Cup championship golf, but there's a few out there that might be in that championship golf category. But we're looking forward to it. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. I think there's ocean views on some of the holes. There is rainforest views on some of the holes. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's
and we will get our money's worth. We will see every inch of that course, if you know what I'm saying.
I love it. All right. Okay, so next, registration will be open.
Yep, absolutely.
And so if you're back at the hotel waiting for everything to get started, you can go to registration and get your badge and your welcome bag and all of that. And if you're not golfing, we also have a non-golf activity that you can sign up for. We're doing a walking tour of Old San Juan. And so you can sign up for that. We'll have a shuttle pick you up. You'll have a tour guide, go into Old San Juan. Clay and I did something similar actually when we were there picking up the really property. Cool. And they just take you around on the old cobblestone roads of Old San Juan. You see the cool color doors everywhere. You get to sample a few Puerto Rican treats.
Take advantage of the culture while you're there.
Take advantage of the culture.
Highly recommended. It was cool. I'm not a big tour guy, but it was above expectations. Yeah. Good history.
A lot of history.
Lots of stuff to see. Good flavors, food and drinks. So good stuff.
And at the very same time on Wednesday, we will be hosting the Workforce Edition again, which is for people attending convention, of course. We have people log on every year, but it's mostly designed for all your team members back at home that are not in Puerto Rico. They can log on virtually. We will be having some sessions with the National Manufacturers Association, really talking about workforce and filling the gap. They offer a ton of programs that are ready for you to use. You don't have to create anything. You just maybe don't know about them yet. So we'll be talking all about workforce on the Workforce Edition, which is happening Wednesday, June 25th. That's when this whole thing kicks off, Wednesday, June 25th.
Yeah, I may have left that part out. And the golf kicks off at 8 a.m., right, that day? So
the shotgun start
today.
So get up at 5:30.
Get up early. Get warmed up so you don't shank. And that's sponsored by Bundy.
Yep, absolutely.
Appreciate the Bundy family for
Bundy
sponsoring the golf.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, so now we've made it through Wednesday half day. People are back from golf. They're back from the San Juan walking tour. The Workforce Edition is wrapped up. And we have a super cool special event being sponsored by Corbion for the kids.
Yes, so we are starting BEMA Connect Kids Edition. It's boiling. Maybe turn it down just a smidge, but leave it alone. It's okay.
Okay. Ooh, I want to stir it.
I know, you can't.
I really want to stir it.
Trust me, don't stir it.
Okay, I won't. I'm not going to stir.
Learned that lesson. So BEMA Connect Kids Edition is just a fun space that kids can get together certain times each day. We'll have games. We'll have different activities. It will be in the air conditioning. On Wednesday, we're going to have ice cream available. So a little ice cream social. So you can come and
games,
have a cool
crafts, and snacks.
That will be open each day for a certain period of time. All we just say is that parental supervision is required. So you have to come with your child and connect.
These might be welcome things. Air conditioning, ice cream.
I think they might be.
Might be warm.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Another new thing will be happening on Wednesday, which is being sponsored by Coperion, and that is called the Baker's Toast. And we really want to take a moment before we dig into all the content of convention to welcome our Baker guests. We love hosting them and appreciate the time and dedication they give to convention. So we are going to take about an hour just to celebrate our Baker guests and their guests, whoever they bring with them. And so we will be having a Bakers only reception before the welcome reception. So a chance for those bakers to reconnect if they know each other or to meet each other and kind of get a good foundation at the very, very beginning of convention. So we're very excited about the Baker's Toast. And there'll be some special treats in there, really giving the bakers that welcome feel. And again, to Coperion, we appreciate the sponsorship.
Absolutely.
We love our bakers.
We also love our first-timers.
5 p.m. We get together, and it's always important on the first-timers deal because it's a little bit overwhelming when you come to convention. There's a lot to choose from, a lot of options, and this helps kind of break that ice, make those introductions, and get your feet wet. So we'll help you through the process if you don't know where to go or what to do. We always have a lot of first-timers, and I think it's the same this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the same. And it's such a good opportunity, though, for them to get to meet a few people before you get launched into the sea
Absolutely.
of everything at the next event.
The sea of the welcome reception.
The welcome reception. Yes.
Yeah.
So the welcome reception this year is our standard welcome reception. We'll have it before everyone departs to go to the small group dinners. It's at this beautiful spot at the hotel called Mirador with an amazing ocean view.
Oh my gosh.
Just family pictures this year are going to be incredible.
Yeah.
With the backdrops that we have at all of our events. So we do have a few little surprises that we're weaving into the welcome reception this year. So make sure you're there on time and ready to go, because we'll have some fun Puerto Rican entertainment surprises, whatever, for everyone at the welcome reception as well. But do you want to talk briefly about what to wear?
Yes, if you want to grab the clothes. So the welcome reception, we have a lot of sponsors for this one. Rion, KLR Systems, Interlocks, Corbion, and JLS. I committed that to memory. It's amazing. I mean,
Well done.
as Kelly said, the welcome reception is a place to get just a drink, an appetizer, and a ton of new connections to really kick off the week. We will, of course, have the photographer there. And it overlooks the beach, which I think we should talk about outside of the reception. So the beach is flat. It's very walkable. And there's a reef. How far out's the reef?
Like 100 yards.
100 yards out, which breaks all the waves. So you see the ocean, you hear the ocean, but you walk into more like a lake.
Yeah, it's
very
smooth
calm. Yeah, so very
what
family
can they
friendly.
do because of their resort fee on that smooth water?
Kayak, paddleboard, get on out there in the water.
Yes.
The calm, safe water.
Yes.
Yeah.
As part of your resort fee, those are available to grab and use.
All right, am I doling them out one at a time?
Sure.
So welcome reception.
Yep.
Go for it.
Which ones are mine? Am I wearing some of these?
That's
Okay.
yours.
I think the two-piece with the skirt.
Okay, perfect.
So like this, pull the skirt. Like,
Oh, yes.
go.
There you go.
I knew how to do this.
Yep. So this is the cute jumpsuit, very light and flowy, floral, fun.
Cool dress.
Yeah,
It
linen.
is going to be warm. Linen,
Yep.
things that are comfortable.
And then for the men, what about that?
No jackets.
No jackets at convention
jackets.
this year, you guys.
No
No sport
jackets.
coats.
No jackets. Anyone.
Maybe even no long sleeves. You can if you want, but we're going to be casual.
We're gonna be casual.
We're gonna
We're going to be fun.
comfortable.
Comfortable.
Shorts. You can wear shorts for
Shorts.
the business sessions.
Yes. Polos and golf shorts and all those things are
Yes.
acceptable.
As you think about this resort, don't think about one giant hotel where you're going to leave your room, hop in the elevator, and go to the business sessions. It's a property. It's pretty much spread out. So imagine, a building with 6 rooms and another building with 6 rooms and another building with 6 rooms, and you're walking down to the conference space, and it could take 7 or 8 minutes.
Part of the BEMA health and fitness program. It's new this year.
Get your steps in.
They
but
do
you
have
also
golf carts if you are challenged and need help getting back and
for
forth.
sure.
So if
For
you're
sure.
worried about that, there are golf carts available.
yes,
They'll come pick you up.
but be comfortable.
But be comfortable.
Be comfortable. And then that first night after the welcome reception, we jump right in to doing what BEMA does best, bringing people together, and that's with small group dinners. Registration is required for these. We'll be emailing those of you to confirm that you registered, and also helping those of you that maybe missed it or didn't know what it was. So small group dinners are groups of 8 to 10 people. There's always one hosted baker guest and about 3 supplier members that are not competitors. And you go to a lovely dinner together. We take care of all the planning, the transportation, the reservations, and you take care of the networking and the business connections.
It's awesome. This is one of my favorite parts of convention.
Yeah.
Over the years, this is where some of the deepest relationships came from. It's just well organized, well executed. It's kind of a BEMA original, so I love it.
Yep. Some will be on property, some will be off property at some local establishments. So it's going to be, they're great. So the first day is jam-packed.
Jam-packed.
Now we've made it to Thursday.
You're going to be hungry. So when we wake up Thursday, we're going to have a good morning breakfast buffet. And that is for everyone.
Yep.
Everyone's invited. And I'm assuming that's been a little bit of confusion in past. We've fixed it last year, I think, with apps that are showing you who can come. So that should be very easy again this year.
Yeah. So if you're curious right now, you can go on our website and there's a whole page dedicated to who should attend and what to wear, event by event by event. So you could go look now and say, can my 16-year-old go to my small group dinner? No.
No.
Do I need to bring a suit jacket for the chairman's dinner? No. All of those things are already on the website now. They will also be in the app. So you'll be able to download the mobile app. And when you open up an event description for the Good Morning Breakfast Buffet, in addition to the description, part of that will be the detail of who's welcome to attend and what they should wear. So the website and the app.
Always a great breakfast, too. You don't want to miss it. We got lots to do. You need the energy. Don't miss our breakfast.
It's like haven't had breakfast in a few days, Clay.
I know. It's true. And it's not something I would cook. It's like a real breakfast. So
there we go.
It will be good.
Yep.
We'll move right on to the welcome and the opening keynote address. And the keynote is going to be fun. We have Chris Clues coming in. Super high energy.
Yeah, he's a riot.
He is a riot. He's totally rad.
Totally rad.
Awesome, dude.
Trying to think of all my 80s slang right now, and nothing's coming to me.
That's all I have.
Are you guys doing that because I'm old? What's happening?
We just know you like the 80s.
Okay.
We just really like the 80s.
So Chris takes life lessons and can relate them to like the Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Nice.
Things that we can all relate to. Your entire family is invited to the welcome opening address, and we encourage you to bring them. I think the kids are going to get a kick out of it. And the adults will relate to it very, very well. So,
even though I don't know that I want my kids following the Breakfast Club and these movies, Ferris Bueller's, I don't know what's going on, but
I hear that there are.
Don't look. Everything's fine over here. I have nothing to say. I told you Fawn is a evil mistress.
It smells great.
it does.
It does. I've heard that there could be some surprises in Chris's presentation.
Okay.
So, keep your eyes on the screen and maybe even some prizes. So he's a pretty fun guy. You won't want to miss it. And after that programming, we will take a morning refresher, which is a break. We'll have a break sponsored by GIA, snacks, drinks, networking in the foyer, all the standard conference things. And then we will jump right back in to industry insight sessions. And this first one is a regional baker panel brought to us by Coperion.
It is. I would be remiss I failed to mention Quick Lock is sponsoring the Good Morning Breakfast Buffet. So thank you, Quick Lock. And then, the industry insight session with regional bakers, hearing some of that local Caribbean trends and knowledge is always exciting wherever we're at, but it's even that much more in Puerto Rico. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a not miss event. It's always fun to hear from our customers. So especially those that are from the local region.
Great way to kick it off.
Yeah.
We'll follow that up with an in-person session being brought to us by the National Association of Manufacturers. Again, really focused on workforce, what they are doing to help the industry. They are huge advocates for everyone in the industry. And so we are glad to welcome them to convention. And after the industry insight sessions, we will be wrapping up the programming to send you all out to have some fun. Kelly, do you want to talk to us about the afternoon tours?
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
Really quickly, our sugar finished. I took it and I poured it. We're making flan in individual ramekins this time. So I went ahead and took the sugar as it was done. So it's kind of like brown and caramelized now.
Yep.
You're making me hungry, Kelly.
Good. So we're going to let that sit for a few minutes and then we'll make the custard and put that on top. So
Stomach is growling.
tours. We have some really great opportunities this year, you guys, because we're in Puerto Rico, which just lends to getting out there and doing some cool activities.
I mean, it is the jungle.
We are in the rainforest. You can see it from our property.
Yeah.
So you can do anything from, like we mentioned, the old San Juan walking tour, but we also have horseback riding. You can go on ATVs. Help me remember all of the things.
Chili boats.
Yeah, which are like water bikes.
Yep.
We have an island hop snorkel adventure that are on these really fun speedboats, and you go from like island to island, and then you can get out and check out like the local wildlife.
Rainforest walk.
We have a rainforest walk.
Here's what I know.
That one's all ages.
Here's what I know. We probably just forgot one. They're on the website.
They're all on the website, and they're all.
You can go check them out.
And the horseback riding it's rainforest or on
Countryside.
the countryside. Yeah.
Yes.
So even options within an option.
Correct.
Options.
That is right.
Yes. They all do require registration, of course. So if you have not, get in touch with us and find out what's available and get registered. And those will take us all the way to evening where we are having, who's going to try to say it?
I can do it. Sabor y Ritmo.
What
Well
she
done.
said.
Sabor y Ritmo.
Absolutely.
Which of course
Flavor
means
and rhythm. Or
Flavor
rhythm
and
and
rhythm.
flavor. I'm not sure which way. But
I'm not sure either.
yeah,
It's a salsa celebration.
Yes, it is a salsa celebration. We are bringing all of the flair and culture and tastes of Puerto Rico to the beach.
Yep.
It's on the beach. We're going to have a salsa band. We're going to maybe have some live entertainment with salsa dancers. You might even be able to get a salsa lesson if you want to learn how to salsa.
We're all going to know by the time we leave. Challenge.
I'm in.
Challenge, exactly. The food will reflect the culture of Puerto Rico. So we'll have monfango and like different Puerto Rican
Lots of
treats
fun foods.
and
Perfect theme dinner for Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, Henry Group, by the way, for sponsoring the theme dinner again. We appreciate you. But what should we wear?
What should we wear?
What should we wear?
So we'll start with the guys.
Oh,
You know,
this a linen dress?
a linen dress. Goes that way.
Oh,
You know, for the gentlemen, again, probably shorts, maybe linen pants.
Linen shirt or
Yeah, a casual, a casual shirt, just light,
sandals
airy.
are fine. Flip flops are fine because we're going to be on the beach.
Yep,
So,
yep.
just make sure you get the pedicure. Is it pedicure?
Yeah.
Not manicure? I'm not
Pedicure
an
on the
expert.
feet.
Yes, okay.
Pedicure on the feet.
Make sure, guys. Don't need any of that.
Come on, guys. Show up. Yeah.
And for the ladies, we're thinking ruffles, all that salsa vibe, something you can move in. I think this is both great examples.
We have shorter dresses for our examples just because if you are going to get out in salsa, it just frees your legs up to dance a little bit. But long and flowy is fine too. And again, just comfortable and cool.
Yeah.
So
This one's going to look great on you, Clay.
I know. I'm looking forward to that. I tried it on. It fits. It fits.
and we will have the photographer at this event, so you
Yeah.
can do your family photos at the beach too.
Many great
in your,
opportunities.
in your festive salsa attire.
Salsa
Yes.
gear. Okay. We've made it to Friday, June 27th. Starting
through.
off with a few repeats.
Halfway through. Yep. So in the morning, you can do all those properties, all those tours that we mentioned earlier. If you didn't get a chance to do them on
You
Thursday.
thought you missed it, but you didn't miss it.
Right.
You got a
or you want to do more
chance.
than one.
Yeah.
This is your chance.
And we learned a few years ago that people like having a morning off,
Yep.
right? The
Absolutely.
business sessions don't start until noon.
Business sessions don't start until noon, so you do have the morning off. Yep.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Which is kind of part of the awesomeness of BEMA. Like we work, but we also have some time to play. So, and we have our families there, and it just works very well.
Exactly.
It's part of the magic.
Exactly. But we do have a couple of other things going on before the noon business sessions start. The BEMA Connect Kids Edition room will be open again from 11 to 1. So if you want to come down and cool off and have some treats. We also are doing our give back. It will be from 10:30 to 11:30. We are supporting a group this year called Happy Givers.
Oh, I love that.
Yep, Happy Givers is a local nonprofit in Puerto Rico.
Awesome.
And they do everything from help the elderly, provide resources for the elderly, food.
Great.
They also build homes. They provide disaster relief funding.
wow.
And they have a community garden. And their community garden provides jobs and food for those in need. So it's pretty cool.
Great.
Thank you to Lalaman for sponsoring that. They're providing all of the supplies that we
Absolutely.
need for our give back, as well as obviously sponsoring the event itself.
Yep.
So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Our goal this year is we're going to pack 400 hygiene kits.
We can do it.
Yeah, we'll have a representative from Happy Givers on property for the event, and they'll then take the
Take the goodies.
with them.
Great.
Yep, exactly.
Great.
So looking forward to that.
So tours and activities, Kids Connect is open, and we have a give back Friday morning.
Lots to do.
Lots to do before we gather back in the ballroom for the Ask a Baker luncheon and panel discussion. So Ask a Baker is a BEMA convention repeat because it's so popular. We will have 5 bakers on stage answering your questions. They always cover a variety of topics. They're very generous with their knowledge and their expertise, and sometimes even their opinions. So we know it's always a standard favorite. So we start with the lunch, then we move into the panel discussion, and then we have that afternoon refresher.
And then we have the afternoon refresher, sponsored by GIA again, and just some snacks and drinks and a time to network in between sessions.
Yep. We'll come back from the refresher with the Baking Industry Forum, the BIF group, and they will be talking about AI in a different way. We've heard it all at almost every conference we've been to.
Yeah. Hot topic.
Yep, hot topic. And BIF is doing something they do really well, which is they're making it practical and really applicable to your businesses. So we will have bakers and suppliers contributing to that conversation. And it'll actually be the introduction to the conversation, and it'll be followed up during our breakfast breakouts on Saturday. We'll have a case study where Richard Ybarra from Publix really digs into starting from not using AI at all. And will really kind of tell the public story about how to just get the ball rolling on it. So
it's an exciting topic too, because I think this is gonna, we're gonna talk about it probably in a specific application, but AI is gonna change kind of everything. It's gonna be in every department. So lots of excitement. It's cool to be on the front edge of this conversation and dig into it and hear both sides with Biff.
They're pretty generous in telling us the how.
Letting
you sort of peeling the blinds back a little bit and sharing what they're doing. So that will be wonderful. After that, we will have BEMA's general membership meeting. You're all welcome to attend that. The business of BEMA, the governance of BEMA, and a really good update about all of our strategic initiatives and sort of the direction that the organization is going, which is led by Clay and our executive committee.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to see us up on stage, and we're always very entertaining. So you don't want to miss that. There's always a good laugh or two in the middle of the business. So come.
We also do golf awards there.
Yeah.
We have a pretty packed agenda for that meeting.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Clay, tell us about if somebody wants to get involved in BEMA. What's that next great opportunity?
So we have lots of opportunities. So we have 3 standing committees, and these are open to anyone. So we have standing committee members, but we can always use more. So we have membership, we have convention and programs, and we have association outreach. They're all led by BEMA professionals, so don't get overwhelmed like you're going to get dumped on with a ton of work. You just need to bring your creativity, your ideas, your experience, and then that all adds to the value of BEMA. So come join us, get involved. It's you kind of get out of BEMA what you put in, so this is a great way to start.
I would say we've had many people join standing committees this past year, and as the staff liaisons, we've all heard them say, I had no idea until I joined a committee.
Absolutely.
And like that they've learned so much by joining a committee. So it's a great opportunity. Absolutely. And then
off to small group dinners again. So same as Wednesday night, we'll have an opportunity to do that again.
Yep.
And we'll have some off-property restaurants and some on-property restaurants, and we'll handle all the details. You just show up and have a lovely dinner and make some new connections.
We'll be there to help you find your group and get you out the door.
It sounds easy, but it's not. There's a ton of work. Don't miss the opportunity to have this dinner with customers set up for you. Like people that have been in sales know the challenges around this. And then first timers sometimes don't even get that opportunity. And BEMA provides that opportunity that is arranged in a way that you will make connections. No matter if you're first year or 20th year.
Yeah, because in the coming weeks, you guys are going to get emails from us asking you to fill out surveys. They'll be for the BEMA Connect, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, and for these dinners. And we use those and your input on those surveys to actually very intentionally match you with your dinner companions.
And by you guys, she means the suppliers and the bakers.
Yes, both.
Everyone gets to give input. Which is great.
Yeah.
Before we jump into the Saturday agenda, should we make some custard?
Yes, we should make some custard.
Because Saturday's exciting. There's a lot of big events.
Yes.
But I think we need to make custard.
Yes. So very easy.
Again, with the easy.
So you start with 7 eggs, 7 whole eggs, and you pop that into a blender.
Okay. 7 minutes of simmer, 7 eggs.
Lucky number 7 with the flan, right? I'm going to just very quickly pulse this for just a second to get the eggs mixed up.
I have a pretty
pretty quiet blender, so it shouldn't be too bad.
It is. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a nice quiet blender. So let that go for just a second. And then we're going to add in sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk, some water, sugar, salt, vanilla.
The health foods.
All the health foods. And then if you want to, I think it's kind of nice, you can put in a little bit of cinnamon.
Oh, let's do it.
Love it.
Yep. So now that I have my eggs mixed, oh my gosh, I might need clay.
Do you have to spin
Does it twist?
No,
there we go.
It just pops. All right, so you've got your evaporated milk. You've got your sweetened condensed milk.
This looks so easy when someone else is doing it.
I also had to practice.
You're going to feel that way in June, too.
That looks good. I know. That's true.
Exactly. Love it.
I think I have a pie that uses that sweetened condensed milk.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, cinnamon and salt, sugar, some vanilla. I'm going to just measure with love with this one.
No better way.
No better way, exactly. We're going to blend that up real quick. Maybe. There we go. And then we're just going to pour it into our ramekins. And in the oven, I have a water bath that's already started. So you use like a big container, you put some water in there, and as the oven's preheating, you let the water get hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you set the custard dishes in the water and let that bake for about an hour.
Should I grab it?
No, we'll just
put them back in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way there's no
spillage.
Exactly.
I feel like I could do this.
I think you can.
As long as you guys are there to walk me through step by step by step.
Well, when this podcast is published, we always publish the recipes.
We do.
For the drinks and the treats.
I might try it.
And you can watch the podcast back. It'll be just like we're there helping you.
Right.
Every step of the way.
I think you and your family should do it before you come and then tell us how it goes.
I don't know about Sam and I, but maybe the rest of them.
So you're going to add in your custard filling.
Miller family flan for the chairman's dinner dessert.
Say that 3 times.
No.
Miller
family flan, Miller family flan, Miller family flan.
Well done.
Yes, you've been drinking rum. That's impressive.
Yeah.
So anyways, this is basically it. I'm going to pop these into the oven.
Okay.
And then here in a little bit, we'll have a finished product, because it's the magic of television.
The magic of the movies.
Right.
Well, let's dig back into the agenda then.
Okay.
Saturday is a big, big day for BEMA convention goers. Another new element. Saturday morning, we are having a baking industry collaboration breakfast. So in addition to our baker guests and our supplier members that we'll be hosting, a lot of other industry associations are in attendance.
Yep.
And we want to give them a little bit of a platform, a little bit of a stage. It's better for the industry and for all of our members if they understand what's unique about each organization and what we have to offer them. So I'm thinking there's going to be 6. I'm not going to list them off because I'm afraid I'll forget someone. There will be at least 6 other industry associations represented, and their tables will be labeled. So the breakfast tables will be how you kind of choose which association or organization you want to learn a little bit more about or ask some questions. And we're really excited about it.
This is one that we've been working on, right?
Yeah.
All the associations have been working hard to kind of come together, find new and creative ways to collaborate and help the industry as a whole. So this is something that we're focused on right now, all the way through convention.
Yep. And the collaboration breakfast leads into breakfast breakouts.
Yes. So not new. Everyone, most of you have probably attended a breakfast breakout.
Not new, but redesigned.
But we did redesign it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll have 3 sessions again this year, and you can pick whichever one you want to and attend. And then we're going to repeat them. So if there are 2 that you wanted to go to, you'll have a chance to go to that in the next round.
Yes.
So it's just 2 sessions, 3 topics.
A bit more bite-sized content. They're a half hour.
Yep.
So a half hour of one topic, switch, half hour of a different topic.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And these are more focused for our business colleagues, right? Not the full family comes to this one.
All of this is for business attendees.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yeah. And then from that...
Takes us to the networking luncheon?
Nope.
Or I skipped.
Nope.
What's after that?
We start Connect. We give them a break and have the luncheon, and then we finish Connect.
I just want to eat, and then I want to eat again. Because that's what I do. So, Connect?
You may Connect.
Connect. This is like foundational to BEMA. It's one of the things sponsored by J&K, who oddly enough helped create this with
10 years ago. It's
10 years ago
anniversary.
with Kurt Miller and a crew.
Yeah.
So and Sosland. Don't want to forget our partners with Sosland. But BEMA Connect is awesome. I mean, I think we said with Nexus, it's where the business of baking gets done, but this is kind of where that idea was formulated. You have a lot of different opportunities to talk about business, but they're all casual. This is more focused, 15 minutes, kind of a speed dating style, to where you rotate around and we're matched up by the magic of BEMA and the request from both sides, and end up talking about exactly what needs to be talked about. So very beneficial. Everyone's always kind of, jarring to get in and get one more meeting, and you can do that, by the way. You can hang out. There might be something come open. So be in the area.
Yes.
The bakers are gracious, very gracious with their time.
They are. And they get as much value meeting with you guys as you get from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's short and sweet, and
You'll know who your appointments are with before you ever get there.
Yes.
So you will have an opportunity to introduce yourself,
Yeah.
warm it up at the lobby bar or the theme dinner all throughout the week. And then you actually have that business meeting on Saturday.
But Clay is right. Sometimes spots open up, and if you're around, who knows?
And you could come with an agenda, or you can come with an open conversation and see if there's an opportunity for a business fit. So it's a great concept, and it's well proven out at this point.
Hashtag BEMA connects you.
Yeah.
BEMA connects you. Exactly.
So we will give you a little break after Connect to gather yourself and ready your family for the chairman's events.
Yes. But really quickly, actually, that BEMA Connect Kids Edition will be going on at the same time as BEMA Connect. So families can go
every day.
Do that at that time
Every
too.
day.
So
yeah. And one of the tours is during one of the tours is during BEMA Connect for those that are not participating, right? So that does take a long time. You know, as Clay mentioned, you're there with your family trying to manage it all.
Right.
That's a long morning of business session. So we did schedule a tour. So if your family wants something fun to do while you're doing BEMA Connect, it's the Island hop. That's the one I want to do.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
Get out on the water, maybe do some snorkeling.
Yeah, maybe Mitch does BEMA Connects and I Island hop.
I think that's a good plan.
Sorry, Mitch.
I mean,
he's going horseback riding, I think.
Sounds about right.
Of course he is.
All right, so chairman's activities.
Yes, so we come up to our final night.
I know.
So it's fast week. So we'll start off the evening at 6:00 with our chairman's reception. So again, very similar to the welcome reception. Bring your families, come down, have a drink and some appetizers. Family photos will be taking place before we head into the main event, which is the chairman's dinner.
It's a nice long reception because we do stage a photo spot. So cycle everybody through the photos. And then we move into the dinner and the dance. Are you going to talk a little bit about that vibe?
Well, I just kind of learned this. So I knew that the bioluminescence was a thing in Puerto Rico, but I didn't realize that was kind of the foundational inspiration for Pandora. So our
Avatar.
Our theme is Avatar Journey to Pandora. Yeah. So that's a cool tie-in to Puerto Rico. And we're going to wear like things, we're not going to say that you would wear to a club, but it may be something that picks up black light or, black and white vibes. So I think we have some things to show you, but it's going to be a fun time. Anybody that's been to BEMA always knows the chairman's dinner is fun. We put our hair down. Yeah. I used to have hair that I could put down, but we dance, we let loose, but it's just a great night, and it has a lot of tradition, and we're really looking forward to it.
The tradition, passing the gavel.
Gavel.
So we pass the gavel.
Yeah.
That's where Mr. Gannell will get his
Mr.
Lifetime
Gannell.
Achievement Award.
Yeah.
Very deserving, Mr. Dennis Gannell.
And then when the dance starts, we will feed you. When the dance starts, as you try to describe it to first timers, I think the thing that always comes to mind is it's like the best wedding reception you've ever been to.
Right.
Yeah?
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
what to wear?
What to wear. Clay was talking clubbing. Kelly and I are going a little bit more along the lines of things that will look good in a black light. So you could go all white. All white's always super fun in a black light.
Yep. Or you could do some contrast where you have light colors with white, or black and white, or brown and white, because that white will really pop.
Still light, airy.
Light, airy, flowy,
fun.
Comfortable. Exactly.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time.
Nobody misses the chairman's dinner.
No, it's too fun.
It is too fun.
It's too
fun. Thank you very much. All right.
Is it time?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah. You're going to have to help me.
I'm confident for you.
Same.
All right. So we're just going to do one of the individual fawns.
Yeah.
And I have 3 spoons, so we can all take it. But you guys, so it has to come out of the dish. And this is
this is the true test.
This is the true test, and I can't promise you it's going to work because I have about
you can't really practice this.
You can't. I have about a 50% success rate. So
it's going to work. It's totally going to work. And if it doesn't work, I'll knock the camera down.
Okay. It's going to work.
Well, the lady that wrote the recipe that I followed is very sweet on there. It says, if you can't get it out, just eat it with a spoon out of the dish.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it served like that.
Yeah,
so
that's how I would have done it already.
Okay. Give it a second here. Sometimes it takes a minute to
shake loose.
Yeah.
There
it went.
Oh, well done, Kelly. That is beautiful.
We didn't even need the magic of the movie.
It's beautiful.
Yay!
Oh,
Okay, so
all
you'll
right.
have to have a little taste
All right.
Yep.
of Puerto Rican flan.
Puerto Rican flan.
Mr. Chairman, after you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That was fake.
No, that's good.
That caramelized sugar.
I am super hungry, but that is really good.
Okay, that turned out pretty good.
That caramelized sugar is delicious.
Oh, it's so sweet though, you guys.
That's good.
Yes. All right. So fun.
good.
Woo,
That's great.
success.
Okay, so we've covered the entire convention. The only other little details that I think are top of mind are you're about a half hour from the airport if you're flying in and out of San Juan. About a half hour.
Yep. And I will have opportunities for people to book a shuttle.
You can book
coming soon.
Yep, you can book a shuttle. Kelly and I, when we went on our site visit, we Ubered. There's Uber there.
And it was
less DoorDash, less Instant Cart, less of those services.
Correct.
But Uber was great. Anything else really Puerto Rico? Sunscreen, hats.
Hats. Be cool.
Be cool.
Be comfortable.
Yep.
They
Maybe
do
some,
say
maybe some
though.
bug spray.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They do say though that it's easier to get an Uber to the airport than
back.
from the property back
That makes
to the
sense.
airport. So I do recommend at least scheduling your Ubers.
Well, no one's going to want to leave, so
I know.
that's not as big a problem.
That's fair.
We appreciate you joining us back in the kitchen. We look forward to seeing all of you at Convention 2025.
Absolutely.
It's going to be super special. Before you get there, please download the app. It'll make your whole experience a lot easier.
It will.
It will.
Everything's in there.
Yep. Safe travels. We'll see you in Puerto Rico. And after that, we'll see you back in the kitchen on the next episode of In the Kitchen with Kelly and Emily.
Cheers.
Cheers. Puerto Rico.